sure it really goes live. I don't trust anybody with the name Zuckerberg. Sounds like Sugar Mountain to me. And that sounds like crack cocaine. So I'm not going there. Anyway, Facebook, welcome to Comic Spot. Comic Spot is where this little veteran of the military gets to vet out veterans of comedy. And have we got one for you here today? He's a stand-up guy and he's standing up. So forget about COVID. This guy's ready. He came ready and prepared. I want to read you his little intro that he gave to me, and in his words, I'll read it. Linda, my intro is, I'm the gangster of comedy, Tony Viagara. I've opened for Doug Stanhope, you guys. He's opened for Doug Stanhope. I've performed in New York City, DC, Baltimore, and Philadelphia. And I'm up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. This guy's all over the place. Welcome to the little stage here, Tony Viagara. Woo! Hi, Tony.
Hi, Linda. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Are you a veteran too?
You're a military veteran?
Yes, I am.
Thank you for really serving. What branch were you in?
Air Force.
What years?
Early 80s.
What was your MOS, your occupational skill?
17XX.
What's that?
Air Weapons Controller.
Wow. Thank you so much for serving. Where were you stationed?
I was stationed around Texas.
Yeah, well, that's a big place.
Yeah.
Did you get around all over Texas, or did they put you in one spot, Tony?
Pretty much one spot, and I'm also a disabled veteran too.
Me too.
Yes. What branch?
I was in the Army in 73 to 76 over in Germany.
All my Army buddies who were stationed in Germany all loved Germany.
It's so fun. They put me in the town where my father's mother was born.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. It was fun I was like a celebrity. They were like, oh, you got to go in the paper. And then they wrote this whole article in German, and I couldn't find anybody to translate it.
Yeah, I know. Maybe somebody knows Yiddish. I don't know.
That would help. That would help. Yeah. So talk to me about your early life getting into performing.
Well, I got interested in doing stand-up when I was in the Air Force, and I used to make other people in my flight laugh, because the military is a conducive place for humor, and so that's when I first got interested in doing stand-up. And there was a popular movie out at the time I was in the Air Force called Caddyshack.
Yes.
And we were crazy about Caddyshack, and that kind of inspired me. That's where I first decided that I want to do stand-up. And then it took me a while from there to get going. It's a process. I got tied up in a day career that kind of inhibited my comedy career, and I was so focused on making my day career. I had a day job. I was so focused on making that work because it was paying the bills.
What was your day job?
It was my day job. It was something really abhorrent. It's called attorney. And I went after I got out of the military. I went to law school at night while I worked to put myself through law school.
Good for you.
Yeah, it was a bear. And even when I was like clerking in law school, I was clerking for a law firm, and I was like the funny man at the law firm. I used to keep people in stitches at the law firm. When I was clerking there, and then I knew, that I knew something. I knew I probably should go see a shrink or something. But I kept everybody laughing,
Yes, I know. I was in banking for 20 some years. I think like 20, and I'd teach people for, 5 days in a row about debits and credits, and I'd have them in stitches. And I'm like, why am I wasting my time talking about bank deposits when I could be on stage making people really laugh? This material. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you're an attorney, you make people cry, and when you're a comedian, you make them laugh. I don't make
Yes,
them laugh.
absolutely. I like attorneys that are huge Sonny and Cher fans. You know why?
Why?
Because they're pro bono. I like that.
That's cool. That's cute. Very cute.
Thank you. I get away with it. I get away with being cute. That's the usual thing. That's cute.
Being
So
cute
talk.
is good.
Yeah, I'll take cute. Whatever.
Yeah.
So
I don't do attorney jokes. They're stupid. I don't even do them. I don't like them.
yeah,
I
yeah,
never even tell anyone I'm an attorney. I just think it just slows me down. So I never even mention it.
yeah. I don't talk about a whole lot of things in my life. I got a lot of stuff. I could throw myself under the bus every which way to Sunday, but why? you know.
Exactly. I mean, I can explain. Oh, in my material, I do material about my failed marriage and about all, and or these failed relationships with different girlfriends I've had, and it makes good material. And I told somebody that if I'm going to write new material, I got to go out and get married again and go through another divorce to write more material. And I don't know if I want new material that bad.
Exactly, exactly. So you started getting up on stage in the 80s, but back early in your life, before your day job, you had to have shown in school or around friends. Did you get a lot of comments about being the funniest guy in any room?
Yeah, I remember, back in, was it second grade or was it fourth grade? I used to sit in the back of the room and there's a girl, because we're in second grade, so it's politically correct to call her a girl. I don't know if you have to call her a lady in second grade, but a girl's, I'm trying to be politically correct, and
Yes.
not. And but I used to say her name was Margot, and I used to always say stuff in the back, and because the teacher was this big fat ugly lady, and I sit in the back and I always say stuff and I make Margot laugh, and that was like back in second grade. Yeah. In fact,
Wow.
my second grade teacher,
Uh-huh.
she didn't like me. You know, she didn't like me,
Yeah.
and she didn't like me. She despised me so much that when we were, practicing for our Christmas play in second
Mm-hmm.
grade, you
Mm-hmm.
know what she told me? She said, when we sing, she said, move your lips but don't sing. And boy, that was a positive affirmation, and that's why I'm dressed up like this now doing stand up.
Well, goodness sakes alive. I had a teacher in second grade that wouldn't let me go to the bathroom one day. It took me
Oh
forever
my
to win
God!
those people back.
Wow.
Clean up on aisle 3.
Yeah.
There's only
Yeah.
so long you can hold it. I found that out.
That's insane.
Yeah, her name was Mrs. Smith, and now I'm a Smith.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're a Smith.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
started as a Marcus, but went to Smith.
Yeah, and there's blacksmiths and woodsmiths. Yeah, there are a lot of Smiths.
A lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, talk to me about what it's been like doing comedy as Tony Viagra. And then I want you to do some of your material for the remainder of this.
Well, at least I used to be a long distance bike rider. You know, the pedal type,
Yes.
and I'd go out every Saturday, and I'd ride like anywhere between 40 and 60 miles out through the country,
Mm-hmm.
and I loved that. And I always rode solo, and I'd be out there riding for so many hours, I'd start thinking and
Mm-hmm.
thinking. And one day I came up with this idea about for something to be Tony Viagra, and I thought that's really funny. That's who I'm going to be. I'm going to be Tony Viagra. And then there was a comedian many years ago that used to wear the funny glasses, and I thought, since I want to look like a schmuck, I need to find a pair of funny glasses too, and a stupid hat. Now I've never been able to find the type of hat that I really want, but this is the closest I've ever gotten is this hat, and I've developed this character, and it works. It works. I mean, it's different. It's different. People don't forget me.
Yeah.
I'm not, wearing a t-shirt and blue jeans. So I'm different, and it. You dance with the lady who brought you. And you know, I spent a lot of time, to invest in just getting Tony known and this, and I'll keep going with it. Keep going with it.
You've opened for Doug Stanhope, and you've done comedy
I
in 4 different states, and one
Yeah.
of them's New York. Forget
New
about
York
it.
City. Yeah, and I opened, did shows. Do you know Janice City in New York City?
I know the name. I've never met her or interviewed her. I'd love to, but yeah, I
Well,
know the
Janice
name.
is a very talented, very funny comedian. And she put me on some of her shows at the Broadway Comedy Club in New York City.
Wow.
In fact, I was supposed to do one of her shows on March 13th. And actually, the next night I was going to do a New York show for Alex Starr on March 14th. As you know, what happened right before then, everything shut down. And so my last live show was like March 7th in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
So the shutdown is your fault.
Yeah, it was all my fault. Yeah, everything shut down because they heard I was coming to the Broadway Comedy Club, so they shut everything down because they don't want Tony Viagara corrupting their city.
That's it. Every comic tells me I was going to do this and then the shutdown. And so I've been thinking about responding, oh, so it's your fault about the shut. And this is the first time I had the nerve to say it. Thank you for letting me say it.
I'm glad that you're that you're that assertive. That's good.
Yeah. So talk to me about, I mean, I would like you now to do your material for me because we have like another 7-10 minutes that I want you to let it rip.
Oh, be careful how you say that. Well,
do you have to get into
I'd love to
character?
do some stand-up for you, Linda, and hopefully I'll make you laugh.
Yes, I'm ready.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster, but damn, it doesn't feel good to be in this pandemic. Because I'm trying to get COVID-19. Yes, I'm trying to get COVID-19. Yes, I am. Because at my age, I'll take anything that's 19. I can't wait for this pandemic to end. It's crazy. I can't wait for this pandemic to end so I can pick my nose. This pandemic is crazy. I'm locked down at home, doing yoga, writing new material, taking long walks, and getting in arguments with Alexa. And you know, I haven't had a drink since this pandemic started. Now I use a funnel. And then there's a $1,200 stimulus check. People are getting a $1,200 stimulus check for the pandemic. So I've been wondering, will prostitutes get a $1,200 stimulus check or just a check? They don't need stimulus. And this pandemic hit New York City really hard. It hit New York City really hard. You know, it's so bad in New York City. It's so bad in New York City that a veal medallion is worth more than a taxi medallion. And now, as things aren't bad enough, now we have 2 COVID-19 viruses, one from China and one from Italy. So how do you tell the difference? Well, the one from Italy has an accent and it talks with its hands. You know, I have a lot of health problems. Can you tell? I went to my eye doctor because I couldn't see. He told me I have glaucoma and put me on medical marijuana. I still can't see. But now, when I fall down the steps, I laugh a lot. It's important you know, I had a near-death experience. I did. My marriage. You know, I lost 200 pounds of cellulite. I got divorced. I'm glad she's gone. She's very superstitious. She has a rabbit's foot. Her other foot's normal. You know, I was looking for my soulmate. I wanted a cellmate. I wanted a woman who was stable. She belongs in a stable. I'm sleeping a lot better now. I had a lump on my mattress. My divorce lawyer got rid of the lump. Yeah, she was on a special diet. My ex was on a special diet. She had all her meals delivered by a feed truck, and she ate out of a trough. I'm not saying she was fat, but she had 4 stomachs and chewed her cud. And now the big thing now is social distancing. That's the big thing now, social distancing. And I'm an old pro at social distancing because women have been keeping their distance from me for years. And my ex and I, we were an ugly couple. We were an ugly couple. We're really ugly. We're so ugly. We got the negative from our wedding picture framed. And she's ugly too. She's ugly too. You know, when she goes to beauty shop, she gets an estimate. She's overweight. So she went to one of these diet doctors. He told her to watch what she eats. Now she eats in front of a mirror. Yeah, it was crazy, you know. One night we had rough sex, and I got called for unnecessary roughness. That's 15 yards. I had to sleep in the garage. One thing I learned one thing. She's nuts, and I'm nuts. And 2 nuts don't make an almond joy. Yeah, so now I'm back on the dating scene, and whenever I go on a date, I always follow the golden rule and always get the golden shower. I wanted to do speed dating, but I couldn't. My meth dealer got sent to prison.
What did?
My meth dealer got sent to prison. And I tried Match.com. They matched me with a cadaver at the medical school. Oh, and things were, so desperate. You know, so desperate. I was going to go on a pilgrimage to the Himalayas to meet with the Dalai Lama to find out why I can't get a lady. So I went on a pilgrimage to the Himalayas to meet the Dalai Lama. When I got there, I started having second thoughts. Then I changed my mind. So I went to petting zoo, hung out with a llama. Screw the Dalai. And I was watching TV the other night, and a commercial came on TV for Viagara. Is that my time?
You can keep going a few more minutes,
Sure.
2 or 3 more, sure. If you got more, do it.
Yeah, I could go on for an hour actually, but
I have to pay by the minute, so 2 or 3 minutes is what I can
okay, just give me some
afford.
kind of sign, like point a gun at the.
I'll go like
phone or
this
something.
when you got one
Yeah,
more
okay,
minute.
do that. Yeah,
That'll
a nice
be
friendly
1 minute.
wave.
1 minute.
No, you're not the other finger, okay? Just not the other finger.
All right.
Yeah, so I was watching TV the other night, and a commercial came on TV for Viagra. And there's this gorgeous brunette wearing a chiffon dress in the bedroom, looking very happy. And his voice comes on and says, "When the time is right, when you're in the mood, be ready. When the time is right, when you're in the mood, be ready." And now this beautiful brunette, she's laying on the bed with her legs crossed behind her, looking really happy. And a different voice comes on and says, "If you have an erection lasting more than 4 hours, see a physician." And now screw you. If I have a hard on for 4 hours, I want to see a prostitute. What's a physician gonna do? Pack me an ice? I'll tell you. I went back to visit my hometown. It's really bad there. Back where I'm from, it's really bad. You know, it's so bad, they opened an office for Unplanned Parenthood. I went to an Italian restaurant there. It was a rough place. The soup of the day was Italian divorce soup. And the house special was getting mugged. If you didn't like the food, you had to answer to Big Vito. And I got bad news. I do have bad news. You ready for some bad news?
Yeah, I can handle it.
I'm sober. You know, I joined AA and I was in the 12-step program, but there's a problem. One of the 12 steps was defective and I fell and hurt my leg. I got a cheap lawyer and I sued AA. Now it's a 12 watch your step program. You know, I quit AA, I joined AU. That's Alcoholics Unanimous. They have a 12 case program. You have to drink 12 cases of Milwaukee's Best in 12 days or you're out. Look, they have high standards. They don't let any drunk in. Awesome. Thank you, Linda.
1 minute. You get one.
Oh,
more
1 minute?
Yeah.
1 minute.
You're doing
Yeah,
great.
well,
1 more minute, please.
Let's see. I got tons of material that aren't appropriate for this Zoom show. So I'm trying to pick and choose here because I don't want to get on your bad list. And I got another problem.
Yeah.
I got a big problem. Birds keep doing their business on my mailbox.
What?
Nobody else's, just my mailbox. Nobody else's, and I don't understand it. I like birds. I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat KFC. I don't go to Chick-fil-A. I don't eat turkey on Thanksgiving. I don't understand it. Why are they doing their business on my mailbox only? Maybe they don't like my mail. Maybe I'm not getting any bird mail. Or maybe they're anti-Semitic birds. Could be. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. Is there a small business administration for birds where I can go file a complaint?
That's beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you for coming on to Comic Spot. Now you're on equal footing with Sinbad.
Awesome.
And
give him my regards.
Okay, we don't talk. And so that was just a one-time thing where he came on. But now that you're a graduate of my multiple questions and performing here, any month you have something like when the world opens up and you have actual shows you're going to or doing, you come on and promote anything you want. Every month I'll give you 5 minutes to tell some jokes or promote something or promote somebody other than you. 5 minutes a month, just for
awesome.
being
That's
a graduate.
Wonderful. Thank you, Linda. That's
I've
great.
never had anybody with the last name Viagara here, so this is a first.
Yes, it is.
Thank you so much, Tony Viagara, you guys. Follow me. He's all over the internet with the name Tony Viagara. Am I right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank
and
you
I promise
so
I won't
much.
change my name. I won't change my name to Sildenafil.
That's a good promise. I like that. So I like
Thanks, Linda.
I have one parting thing I want to tell you. It's a joke. I like saying it to military veterans. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. I do comedy on the West and East Coast for veterans. You know, like I'll go in and I do a show, just me. I walk in and say, where can I make veterans laugh? And when I'm making somebody who served our country, you know, the stuff you had to go through so we can sling jokes in English, when I'm making you laugh, Tony, it makes me tingly all over my body. I mean, you thought you were going to have to be careful. I get tingly all over my body when I'm making a veteran laugh. And
isn't it great?
And that's why I want to continue for the rest of my life going out and finding more veterans because they're my GI spot. And I want to keep finding more and more GI spots.
Sure. I love to do veteran shows. In fact, I did a veteran show at a Veterans Post in February. And I did an hour and I had them laughing like crazy and they want me back to bring me back.
Yes, absolutely. What city was that in?
It was near Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Thank you for doing that. That's so awesome.
My pleasure. I had a blast. They had a blast and I had a blast. It was awesome.
There's nothing like making veterans laugh.
I agree.
There's nothing like
I agree. And they're there for one reason. They're there to laugh. They're not worried about being politically correct or blah, blah, blah. They're there to laugh.
Exactly.
Drink and laugh. And that's what it's all about. And that's my crowd.
Yes,
That's my crowd. You know, they're there to
absolutely.
drink and laugh, and you know, it's not worried about being politically correct or that blah blah blah, all that other nonsense. You know,
Absolutely. Thank you for doing that. I hope you keep doing that.
I'm going to. Oh,
Good.
definitely.
Well, maybe when
Yes,
I come out to the East Coast, I can come and do some slinging jokes to veterans with you.
that would be awesome.
Thank you, Tony Viagra. I'm going to head on out. Thank you. I
Thanks,
salute you
Linda.
for your comedy and for your service to our country. Thank you so
Thanks. It
much.
was a blast.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye, Tony Viagra.
Bye, Linda.
Bye.